have a lot of uneven skin tone issues across my face. I have sunspots and just darker pigmentation in certain areas. And so this helps kind of even that all out without looking overly done, which I really don't, want to look too overly done for every day. All right, so that pretty much covers most of my face. I'm gonna do about a half a pump on my brush for the rest. And just same deal, kind of buff it out. And I like to work down my neck a little so there's no line. See, like I've got acne right here, and it does a decent job of just covering up that little spot. I'll go over it with some concealer, but I really, really like this stuff. And it kind of leaves you with a dewy finish, so you look fresh. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, it's called One and Done. It's awesome, I've been using it for years. All right, next up I'm gonna go in and add a little highlight. I recently started using this by Marc Jacobs. It is called Do You, and I love it. It's like an illuminator or a highlighter, but it comes in a cream format. Whoa, that's way too much. But anyway, I just take a little dab of this on my finger and rub it into my cheekbones to give me more of that dewy, highlighted look. But it's really light. Like, I don't even know if you guys can see it. But it's really light, but it's just, it kind of, I don't know, makes you look a little fresher. So I'm gonna put this on my cheekbones, and I'll put just a dab on my chin. I'm gonna put a little bit that's left over on my finger on my upper lip, maybe a little bit more. Same with my nose. Just kind of blend that in. And then I'm gonna do this center part of my forehead. And then I'm gonna use what's left over and kind of revisit my cheeks. There's no science to this. Just kind of rub it in like you would like anything else, and just, double check to make sure there's no weird spots. I'm just gonna wipe off the excess. There we go, get rid of that reminder. So you can see how it kind of gave me that highlighted look. I really like, I've got something in my eye, sorry. I really like this more than a powder highlight. I used to use the Becca product, this stuff. It was the Jaclyn Hill Becca collaboration, and it's good, but it's like this. It sits on top of my face rather than looking like part of my skin, and so that's what I like about this cream formula, because it looks like it's part of my skin. All right, my eye, good night. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna go into contouring. I use one of these sticks by NYX. It's a drugstore brand. It's spelled NYX. I get this at Target, but I'm sure you can get it at Walgreens or anywhere else. And it's got two sides. It's got a contour side and then it's got a highlighter side. Obviously I don't use that highlighter, but the contour stick is good. So anyway, I'm gonna go, if you kind of like this, that tells you where you can contour. So anyway, I basically do my forehead and then this side and start there. I use this concealer brush from Sephora to blend it in. And make sure you blend it up into your hairline so you don't look like a freak. And I'm just lightly blending this in here so that it kind of blends in with that highlight. And do so lightly so that you don't blend away your highlight or the foundation underneath or that BB cream. All right, that's it. Pretty straightforward. So now I have a little bit of contour to my face. Now, if this was every day, like just take the kids to school, this is where I would stop for my makeup routine. I really wouldn't even use much of a powder. If I have like an extra 30 seconds, I'll use this. It's by Too Faced and it's a bronzing powder. I love it. It's called Chocolate Soleil. I've used it for years, but basically I just use a big fluffy brush and kind of go over that area where I had applied the contour, just to kind of set it and blend it. We do just a little bit on my chin, my nose, basically where there would be a shadow on your face or where like the sun would hit you, which is like your forehead. Here, make sure you kind of get around your temple area. And that's that. All right, so now, next up, since I am gonna wear some eyeshadow today and do my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids, and this is a must. If you're wearing eyeshadow, this is a game changer in terms of the way it applies, the way it blends, the way it stays. So I love this. It's by Urban Decay. It's their primer potion, and it's specifically for eyeshadow. It has like a little wand. Bye, Dolly. And I just apply it right on my eyelids. And I kind of just tap it all in so that it's evenly distributed across my entire lid. Pretty simple. Done. All right. And now I like to set it. So if I'm wanting to have a more finished face look, I use a setting powder. Again, this product is awesome. I've been using it for a couple years now. Please stop. It's the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I don't know if you can see that. This stuff, it's expensive, but it's awesome. I haven't found a better product. So I basically just put a little in the lid like this, and then I take a short fluffy brush and I apply it to my eyelids because I want to set that eyeshadow primer. It was a cream, so we want to make sure we set it so that it is a nice, smooth, even surface. And then I will also kind of go over my face because this powder, it's not going to give you color, but it's going to set your makeup so that it stays all day, and it works. It's awesome. Okay, so I told you I've got this guy. So for acne, I use this palette by Tarte, and it's a concealer palette, and as you can see, it's got, I don't know, this is like hard, a bunch of different colors. Like a green is good for like offsetting red spots like acne. The red, or this orangey color, I don't use that, but it's good for like if you have dark circles under your eyes. That's how you get rid of the darkness. And this yellow that's in the center here, that's good for acne spots as well. So I take just like a little tiny concealer brush, and I basically kind of go back and forth between the yellow and the green, and just very lightly tap it on, and kind of go over it with my finger. And I'm going to go over it with that setting powder, and it's gone. So there you go, pretty easy. And now I'm going to go in with my blush. For my blush, I use this blush. It's called Rocketeer. It's by Benefit. I really like it. Can you, that closet door, please? It's kind of like a shimmery. And so here's the thing. Okay, I use just like a fluffy blush brush. And okay, I load it up with the product, and then I kind of go like this so I can see like where my natural cheekbones would be, and I tap it on. See? When you tap it on, rather than going like this, it gives more diffused airbrush effect and eliminates the chance for any harsh lines. You don't want harsh lines. So see, I just slowly build it on, or build it up. And then same with this side. Vivi, what are you doing? No, please leave it open because I don't want to get hot. All right, thanks. Okay. All right, you see it? And then, so that has like kind of like orangey undertones, warmer undertones. And for a while I felt like there's a point in time where my face felt kind of muddy. And I know I have more like olive undertones to my skin. And so I've always chosen warmer colored products, but I went to Sephora and I was telling the girl like my look just feels like too brown. And she's like, if you go over your regular blush with a cool toned blush, that will fix it. And so she actually recommended this like hot pink blush by Bobbi Brown. It's called Pale Pink. And she was right. It is awesome. And so I just put it like right here on the apples of my cheeks. And again, just tap it on. Like that. Okay. So that's my full face look. I know it kind of felt like it took a little longer because I was talking through it, but literally I can do this in 5 minutes or less for every day. So I'm gonna pause now, and next up I'll do brows.